How's it? Ed Sugimoto from AroundHawaii.com. We're here bright and early at the United Fish Agency Fish Auction to talk to the big boss man Brooks Takenaka to see how he gets his fish from here to plate. Let's check it out. What kind of famous chefs, people come through here do you rub elbows with?
Oh jeez, you name them, we've had them. Oh jeez, we've had Nobu, we've had Iron Chef, we've had Paul Prudhomme, Ming Tsai, Chan Can, whoever. We've had a number of. Of course, and then there's people like Chef Mavro and Alan Wong and Roy and DK's and those people. And we also have a fair amount of visiting chefs from around the world and the country. So far more than I can name.
Pretty exciting to work here there.
In fact, we also have done tours for a lot of associations, like nutritionists and people like that.
Okay.
I teach the Coast Guard. Actually, I also teach culinary classes, marine biology, oceanography classes, and I teach the Coast Guard.
So your education comes in handy then.
Yes, very much so. Well, that was the purpose of it all. We have an incredible industry, but I think the industry was remiss for a long time because they pretty much did their own thing and kept to themselves. And then in the meantime, what's happened is that, of course, there's interest that has just generated with respect to issues like sustainability and all this. And so we felt that it was important for us as an industry to get this message out, get some information out, and that's the reason why we started the program that we have. So the program that we have now it's called the Hawaii Seafood Council. That's a nonprofit organization, and we've set that up to develop the educational programs and materials to assist the industry.
In terms of poke, what's your favorite type?
It all depends on what kind of fish there is and what kind of ingredients there are and what I'm jonesing for. I love aku poke.
Okay.
And I happen to also love a lot of limus, like waiwaiole and limu kohu and lipoa and those kinds of, as well as the ogo. Actually, the ogo to me doesn't have that much taste. Lipoa, which is a very stinky one, is to me a real good limu to use for poke, but not most people can't eat that because of the strength. It's kind of strong. So in terms of poke, again, there's so many different ways of preparing it, and then in reality you can use all kinds of fish to do this. So it really becomes a matter of how you want to prepare it, what you want to prepare. But for me, I like aku poke. I like ahi poke, marlin poke, either naidagi, kajiki. And then there's also, again, like I said, poke is really a matter of imagination. You can do all kinds of things with that. So lobster poke is ono, pihi poke is ono. So it depends. Crab, you can make crab poke. I mean, raw crab, stuff like that. So
it must be pretty hard to please you though, since you're so used to the freshness here.
Well, yeah, I'm a stickler for quality,
right.
And so if you know of, like, say, Take's Fish Market in Mo'iliili, that's the kind of place my wife will buy sashimi. I mean, it could cost us $60, $80 for a pound and a half or 2 pounds. But that's
worth it though.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
So here again, it depends on what you're used to. And since I was born and raised with fish, I've eaten parts of fish that most people don't even consider. So again, my appreciation for fish is far greater or different than most. And like I said today, when I was a kid, I remember eating parts of fish that nobody else would eat. That was poor man's food. Today, because of health, people are looking into other parts of the fish too.
Right.
So we're finally getting to, it's gone, 180. I mean, now people are beginning to appreciate some of the other parts of the fish too. So I would venture to guess that anybody learning how to eat fish from people in Hawaii, they really learn how to eat fish. Hawaii people know how to eat fish. Yeah.
Speaking of kind of stranger pieces of the fish, the aburami, the fatty parts, that's of more value.
Yeah, well, as the chefs say, the fat is where the flavor is.
Okay. Okay.
And so in this case, one of the things that we teach the culinary kids, of course, is that the difference between the akami or red meat and the abura or fatty fish versus non-fatty fish. And that doesn't mean that the non-fatty fish is no good. In fact, some of these non-fatty fish can be nice enough that it can go $7, $8, $9, $10, $12 a pound. But if that same fish had some fat in it, it could probably go $1, $2 more a pound. Yeah. So, and there is a significant difference. And then even from species to species, there's difference in terms of. So recently, I shared some fatty yellowfin and some fatty big eye with Chef Mavo and Alan Wong. And they noticed the difference, the significant difference between the two species. Different kind of flavoring, different kind of intensity in terms of the fat. So there's a lot of things that we can do, to share with the public in terms of understanding about quality and appreciation for quality.
What's in store for United Fishing Agency?
Well, I hope that we can work our way through some of the issues that we have to deal with in terms of the sustainability issues and protecting species like turtles and birds and things like that. We certainly, the United Fishing Agency has been around since 1952, and I certainly hope that in history we continue to succeed and can move forward, for the next generation. And I hope that we can continue to be innovative and stay ahead of the curve in terms of doing things the right way for the right reasons, and being able to continue to supply, fish for our people, because I think it's a very significant part of our culture as well as lifestyle. And seafood, of course. Fresh seafood is, I think, very, very helpful. And so from that perspective alone, I certainly would like to continue to be able to provide good, healthy fish for the public. And if you think about it, like I ask people, think about this: what is the only form of food today that is not, that has no chemical additives in it? Wild fish, right? And you have, concerns like bird flu, swine flu, all this other kind of stuff. But you ever heard of fish flu?
Nope.
Nope. So the demand for fish, the concern for protecting the resource is important, and we need to continue to do things to protect that resource. And but the thing is, I think people can also realize that and learn and realize that some efforts are in fact being done the right way for the right reasons. And I think the Hawaii effort is indeed one of those exemplary efforts. So I think if the rest of the world were to in fact conduct their fishing like we do here, then we may not have the kind of concerns that we have for sustainable for the resources and stuff. So it would be better for the resources.
And your auction is open to the public. Is there anything else you want to mention?
Yeah, it's open to the public, but we got to be careful about how many people we get over here. That's one of the things that again, we do these kinds of interviews, and I've got a few others to do within the next couple of weeks. But again, I do this with a grain of salt, because the thing is, on one hand, we want people to know about our industry, but I also have a business to run, and I got to be careful about my time. So.
Okay.
Yeah. But people are welcome now. Welcome to come. It is open to the public. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Very welcome.